What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee Briana J, and today your girl is going to be overviewing some of my purchases that I made last summer at Sephora. And I was inspired to do this video because I got on a horror movie kick, my favorite genre, if you didn't know. And I started watching I Know What You Did Last Summer. And then I watched I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. And then I tried to watch the one, you know, the updated one from like 2009, but I just couldn't really get into it. If it didn't have Jennifer Love Hewitt in it, then it just wasn't for me. But anyways, the idea came to me after watching those movies, and I was like, what was I doing last summer? More specifically, what was I doing in Sephora last summer? So we're gonna be looking at some of the things that I purchased and revisiting whether or not I still use them, because a lot of the things I do and a lot of the things I don't. But before we jump into that video, I do want to give a special thank you to Top Cashback for sponsoring today's video. As you all know, I'm a long-term partner with Top Cashback, and if you haven't heard me talk about them, let me tell you, they are an amazing rebate website where you are able to save money on purchases that you are going to make anyways on sites like Sephora, as well as thousands upon thousands of other retailers. They have several different makeup retailers, home retailers, clothing retailers, you name it, there's a category for you. And it's really easy to sign up. All you have to do is go on their website. You sign up using your email and a password. I will have a link in my description box, because when you sign up using my link, you do get a $10 sign up bonus when you make your first purchase of $25 or more. Plus you get that savings of whatever the retailer that you're shopping at is offering. So it's a win-win situation, and you can accumulate that money in your account if you want to, but Top Cashback does not have a minimum payout. So whenever that money is available to be transferred to your account, you can transfer it to your bank account. So the entire process to sign up is easy, but to utilize this on a consistent basis is easy as well. They even have an extension that you can download that will pop up and remind you if you're shopping. If you're shopping on a website that offers a percentage back using Top Cashback, it will notify you so you won't forget and you can save that money. But all in all, I just love Top Cashback, seriously, because they have a higher percentage of cashback as opposed to their competitors. So you're saving more money while you're shopping, and you don't have to purchase anything that you weren't going to anyways. All you have to do when you're shopping is click on your website that you're shopping at, and it will redirect you to the website. You shop like you were going to, but you do get a little bit of a kickback, and that is what I like to think of as getting paid to shop. Not really, but kind of really. So like I said, I will have a link to sign up on Top Cashback's website down in my description box. Make sure you sign up using my link, that way you get that sign up bonus. And I thank you, Top Cashback, for partnering with me on another video. So with that being said, let's talk about some of the things that I purchased last summer at Sephora. I Know What You Did Last Summer at Sephora. And I'll let you know what I think about them now, a year later. So I don't know what you all consider summer to be, but I'm gonna start at May, and then I'll go until like the 1st of September. So I screenshotted everything, and I looked at some of this stuff and I was like, ooh, I forgot about that too. So the first product that we're going to be talking about today is a product by Fenty Beauty, and this was the Bright Fix Eye Brightener, and I got the shade 10 Honey, and this one was described as a warm neutral for medium to medium deep skin tones. And I really never got super into it. You know, I don't remember disliking it, but I don't remember loving it, and I certainly don't think about it, nor do I reach for it today. But it was an okay product. It did what it was supposed to do. It brightened your under eye. But would I say that it was just magnificent? Would I say that my under eye routine changed, and it changed my life, and I can see clearly now that the darkness is gone? No, I don't feel that way. I just feel like this product was one that semi-brightened my under eye, and the shade that I got may have been just a little bit too light. It was the shade Honey, and granted it was supposed to brighten, but I do feel like because this one was a little bit more peachy, kind of yellowish, it stood out a little bit more than I would have wanted it to. And if I put my concealer on top of it, it was darker, so I didn't really necessarily see a huge difference using it versus not using it, with the exception of I was just adding another layer of makeup. So next, I distinctly remember purchasing these two blushes because my store actually ended up getting them a little bit faster than I got my package of the blushes, because I ordered all of them from Pat McGrath's website, and these were the Skin Fetish Divine Powder Blushes, and I ordered all the shades from Auntie Pat's website, but y'all know her shipping is a little bit slow, so I ended up spotting them in my Sephora store, and that's how I ended up with 2 of them. And I picked up the shades Desert Orchid and Electric Bloom, and I'm happy to report that I still use these, more specifically Desert Orchid, because I love that tone. That one is described as a bronze rose, and I think that's just the perfect way to describe the shade of that blush, and I just love it. I love that formulation. That color in particular is one of my favorites. I reach for it all the time. I'm a person who likes a more muted tone blush. I do like, you know, a little punch of color every here and there, but it has to be a specific look that I'm going for. So on a daily basis, neutral is my vibe. Ooh, I introduced some holy grails coming up in my collection. So the first one is the Kelsee Revealer Super Creamy Concealer. I love me some Kelsee products. In particular, I love that concealer. I got the shade 07 Neutral, tan with neutral undertones. I use that all the time. I actually was looking for it before I even did this video. And that's one of those products that I feel like I've had for forever. But it's interesting to look back and see that I really have only had this in my collection for a year. Because this has literally been in my everyday rotation. And I actually use it so much that I've had to purchase another one. Or maybe even 2. So this one is a keeper, and I've used this one for sure. And the next holy grail product is the One Size by Patrick Starr Turn Up the Base Versatile Setting Powder. Love this powder. This powder is absolutely phenomenal. It is, I said that kind of weird, phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's really creamy. It gives you a nice amount of coverage. It smooths you out. And the shade is perfection. And I knew Patrick Starr was going to do it for us medium dark people who have golden undertones and not necessarily reddish undertones, because I feel like us in the middle who have golden neutral undertones, we get left out a lot, especially when it comes down to powders. I knew Patrick had it. Seriously had it, and I love this. I use it all the time. We are at May 24th. Okay, so we're nearing the end of May. I purchased the Westman Atelier Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip in the color Nunu. Still love this. I still have a serious infatuation with Westman Atelier. I actually need to make a purchase of their new powder because I just have loved everything that I've purchased from them, including this lip product. But the question at hand is do you use it? And the answer is yes, I do. Love that. Ooh, what you doing, girl, with all that? Makeup by Mario Soft Pop Blush Stick in the shade Soft Coral. I use this. I used it a lot, especially around the time when I first got it, because I was planning to do a special video, but I didn't get around to doing that video. But I really like this product, and I think Makeup by Mario has hits on his hands with these cream products. I definitely have to revisit these and talk about them some more on my channel, but just know that I really enjoy this. Do I use it? I do, but do I constantly use it? I don't. But I don't constantly use any blush. So I would say it's still in my rotation of blushes that I do use. And I did use it beyond the summer of 2021. So yes. Ooh, next is the Way St. Bart's Cleansing Scalp and Body. What is it? Cleansing Scalp and Body. What? Scrub. Okay, cut off that last word. I'm like, what was the last word? All right, so I love the way that this smells, and I like the way that it makes my skin feel. So the question is, do I still use it? Now, this is a 2-parter, and you're like, how is it a 2-parter? Because when I first got it, I used it a lot, but I was using it all the way up. So then I realized that it was limited edition, so I stopped using it as much. So then I didn't use it for a few months because I was like, I'm gonna save it. But then I'm like, what am I saving it for? You know, that little saving thing went on for about a few months, and I was like, it's gonna go bad. So I pulled it back out, and now it's in my shower currently. So I'm no longer saving it. I think they did bring it back this summer. I don't remember. I don't really know. But the answer is yes, I'm using it now. But was I using it? No. So I really don't even know the answer to my own question. Yes and no. Yes, I am using it, but have I been consistently using it? I haven't. Next is the NARS Radiant Creamy Liquid Color, and this one is a color corrector. I got the shade medium, and I picked this shade because I was in between two shades. The shade medium was too light, but it could have been like a brightener type product similar to the Fenty. And then the shade up underneath that one shade deeper, was just too dark. It was just not going to do anything on my complexion. So I never really got into this product, and I really never used this. So the answer is no, I don't use this one, and I never really did. Now we're in June. So June 2nd, 2021, Huda Beauty's Glow Wish Multi-Dew Vegan Skin Tint. I used this. I don't use it all over my face, but for a natural highlighter type product, just right on the high planes of your cheeks, if you're not literally trying to put on a liquid highlighter but you want to glow, that product is nice, especially if you get it a shade lighter. Or if you want to mix it in with one of your foundations, like say you have a foundation that is too dark, you can use that. Yes, I've used this. I actually have it out right here because I used it recently, so I do like this product. And same thing with the Glow Wish Soft Radiance Vegan Bronzer. I got the shade 03 Tan Light, and I've used this a few times, but I will say it's not in my regular rotation, and it is a little bit drier than I prefer. But on the skin, it does have a similar effect to the Hourglass bronzer, where it's that really nice shimmery bronze, but it's not overtly shimmery, so it doesn't look like you have a highlighter where your bronzer would be. It just has a really nice sparkling effect, like the sand. You know how the sand is sparkly but it's not glittery, like the way that nature wanted it to be. And so on your face it looks natural even though it's sparkly. It's a sight to see. You have to try it to really see what I'm talking about, but I like this and I've used it, but like I said, it is drier. The Hourglass one is better. I bought some Patrick Ta eyeliners around this time, black and cream. Yo, these things right here have been consistently used by me to the point where I've purchased more colors than he's launched. So I love this formulation. These are definite holy grails in my collection for sure. So on June 3rd, I went back to buy the Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. I wonder why didn't I buy it all together? Why would I buy the eyeliners on June 2nd and not the palette, and then I bought the palette? Maybe they didn't have the palette on June 2nd or something, and I had to go back on June 3rd. Because your girl be ripping and running back to these stores to get this content, which y'all don't know. Like, maybe not this year, but all the other years that I've done YouTube, your girl has been in the stores bribing people. Like, if you let me get that palette, I'll give you $20. I've done it more than once, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I gotta get these videos. You know, these days I feel like it's not that serious with product launches. Like, it's just a hard launch for most stuff, and they can't do it. Like, literally they cannot do it anymore. If something is a hard launch, like, they will literally lose their job. But back in the day, it wasn't that serious, because sometimes you'll see something that's supposed to be coming out in a week or two in the drawers, and you'll like hurry up and try to get it and buy it, and they're like, it doesn't come out till next week, but I'll go ahead and sell it to you. And I'll be like, thank you. Back in the day. Now, child, they're like, FBI, you have to put your fingerprint in to get the product. It's a hard launch. You can't see it. We can't even be talking about it. It doesn't exist. Like, it does exist. I saw it on Trim Mood. But thankfully, it's not that serious anymore. It's not like that, really. But that's probably the case with this palette. They probably didn't have it and I had to go back. Okay, so the question is, do I still use the palette? I do, but I don't use it all the time. I still like the palette, and I like Patrick Ta's brand overall. So I would say yes, I still use it and enjoy it. I bought this Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint SPF 40 foundation that I really never got a chance to use. So I'm not even sure if it's still good, because you all know the clean beauty brands don't last as long as other brands because they take out the preservatives. And so foundations and concealers and stuff from these brands really seriously only last for a year. So I don't know if mine is still good or not, but then I repurchased the same foundation when they relaunched it this year. And I had planned on doing a video about that to see like what's the difference, and I actually did a lot of research for it and everything, but then I never did the freaking video. But anyways, I don't use it. Not because I don't like it, it's just I never have used it. So I'll have to look at it and see what it's talking about, what it's hitting for. The Tarte C Hydro Flex Serum Foundation. Ooh, I forgot about this. I actually really liked this, and I used a good amount of my bottle of this foundation. I just haven't used it recently. Does that sound right? I just haven't used it recently. That's right. Okay. Sometimes words nowadays am I by myself? Yes, I used it. Yes, I enjoyed it. And I actually used it probably up until March this year. But I changed out my foundation rotation and it's not on my desk. So I still use it, but just not lately. Natasha Denona came out with a collection on August 9th, 2021 with the mini Xenon palette, which was the black and gray scale type palette, which I really liked that palette. It was a really good quality. The mini palettes for me are a little bit, you know, up and down. Sometimes the color stories are not ones that I love. There have been a few that weren't that pigmented that I didn't really incorporate into my regular rotation. But this one won't ever be in my regular rotation just because I don't typically do a smoky eye. If I were doing a smoky eye, and especially if I wanted to do one and I was traveling, I would definitely pack this. I think it was really nice, so I enjoyed it. And then I purchased the Work and Set gel eyeliners in black and nude, and I used the black one today. Love these gel eyeliners. Definite holy grail products, and I'm so glad that I have them. So yes to those, no to the palette, but only because of the color story. Okay, so that was all I bought in August, y'all. I did really good in August, and then I didn't buy anything else until September, and that was a Too Faced pomade in a pencil eyebrow pencil. I liked that. It was weird. I liked the consistency of it, but it was a little bit waxier, and I remember the pencil being a little bit bigger. And I'm a person who prefers smaller pencils to be pretty precise with how I draw on, you know, the little eyebrow flicks, because I wanted to look pretty natural. So I didn't incorporate that one. And I actually remember doing a video about eyebrow pencils and pomades and gels and things like that at some point last year, and I don't remember exactly what I said about it. I remember I think I probably was able to make it work, but the fact is that it's not something that I even know where it is today. So it didn't make the cut. It didn't make the cut. It didn't make the cut. So that's everything from last summer. I mean, I'm just looking over my purchases from this year, and really I just went ham in the spring, but I really haven't purchased a lot this summer at all, which is kind of like me. Like, I didn't realize how much I didn't shop for makeup like that in the summer. You know, I think my heavy hitting times of makeup shopping happen in the fall winter. So let me know if you all have been purchasing anything really cool. Are you all excited for fall like I am? There's going to be so many new purchases that are going to be made. I already know they're getting ready to put it on us, so just be prepared. And let me know if you all have tried or if you like anything that I talked about today. Let a girl know down in the comment section. And if you like videos like this, please let me know. Leave me a comment, subscribe, thumbs up, do all the things y'all know. At this point, most of y'all have been watching YouTube for over 10 years, so you know the drill. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you, and thank you again to Top Cashback for collaborating with me. Again, I will have a link to their website to sign up to use their services in my description box. Y'all know I have been working with Top Cashback for years now, and so anytime your girl links up hard with a company like that, that really means that I believe in them. So definitely sign up for that, and I will check you out in my very next video, which will be super soon. Smooches. Bye.